There we go. That's a little better. Good morrow to one and all. Once again, as always, 'tis none other than Tiger Thor. And we've been on such a roll as of recent. As we quickly approach from the midpoint to the end of the college football season, we look to keep it going her as the 6-2 United Matthews Men-at-Arms take on the 1-7 Virginia Cavaliers. One and 7. All right. There's all my links shared. As always, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe and ring the old bell next to the icon. Ah! I dropped the bell. To be notified of whenever I do these. I almost had an accident with this thing. Oh, brother. To be notified so I don't have to send a YouTube link in your direction. Be proactive. It really helps us move along. After dropping the first 2 games of their season, I feel like I say this every week, but you never know who's going to tune into these things. After losing big to Ohio State and losing again to Washington State, it has been a 6-game win streak for the Men-at-Arms. Had a 1-week break, and now, as we approach the home stretch, the Men-at-Arms' first opponent is the Virginia Cavaliers. That's Clemson, that's Georgia, and then it's Old Dominion. And then, come what may.
Time to bowl and get points.
Yes, very much so. My 2 other buddies have finished their games. Linwood beat the insert yellow jacket pun here out of Georgia Tech. And Silkbear didn't have to play this week. The bastard. But no, seriously. And also, I don't know if it will be tonight or sometime in the next few days, but our next installment on the old Wheel O Content is on the way. Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Where the lovely Wheel of Content landed on Borderlands. But which Borderlands, dare I ask? We will have to see. But first, we have a game of hand egg to get out of our systems. Let's just say there's a little bit of an overall disparity between these two teams. Just a little bit. A 59 overall defense, 61 offense. Against UMass. We shall see if we can keep the fun going. I mean, this is a nice game. Dress nice, UVA. Put some work into it. I kind of like the throwback with the big V on the side. Let's do some... I mean, it's your house after all. You should want to dress up for the occasion.
You making fun of me, white chocolate?
You know what they say, the darker the chocolate, the sweeter. Let's get this game going. Okay. Here we are, and oh my goodness. The cheerleader legs are there to distract you from the horrifying mascot within. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another fun day for some football. Rounding around the bend on our second season, the 6-2 United Matthews Men-at-Arms come to Scott Stadium to visit the 1-7 Virginia Cavaliers. Little in-state battle for you. 65 degrees in Charlottesville, a little chilly. Your nips will poke right through your shirt. UMass gonna get the ball first. Shaw on the return takes it up to the 22. As we once again entrust this game to Isaiah Best, who has been having a pretty solid season, all things considered. Let's see how this team plans to attack on first down.
This is WHT. Chicken breasts have no nipples. Why?
Best gonna deliver. Cam Bankhead his first carry, good for 6. Had himself a big game last week. And now for second down and 4. We're a professional commentary. We're professional commentary, I promise. Give right back to him and slides up the field for the first down. Just says no sir to the first tackler. And says, why, yes, I will move through this gap. This one for the quarterback, Best. He only gets 2 going up through the side. Had a seam for just a second. This one for DeBose, the fullback, and he's just about there. Gonna be third down and a single. This team has yet to throw the ball. On third down and inches. Give to Bankhead and give him the first.
Who's we? You haven't been professional since Denby, Deluke of Tigather.
What do you mean? I was never professional at Denby. First down at 10. Best gonna drop back and actually throw a pass. Caught by Jordan Harris, and the big man is gonna make it to the 17. His first pass of the day, good for 34 yards. And what good blocking upfield to keep him moving. So after their first successful completion of the day, let's see if they give him two. That's a motion here. Dubose cannot hold on to the football. That's going to be incomplete. Best thought he had him on the seam, but just unable to put his fingers on it. Let's see what they plan here on 2nd and 10. Best. We got motion to the right. Goes out. No, it's a fake to the left. Unfortunately, just a single yard gained in that exchange. So now we're looking at a 3rd and 9 for the Men-at-Arms. Have been moving the ball pretty much at will this opening drive. Gonna be caught by Bankhead and gonna get the first. Best with a 69% completion. He might not have the yardage of other college quarterbacks, but he takes care of the football. And now on 1st down and goal, where do the Men-at-Arms go? Best. Thrown. Caught by Hutchison. Touchdown, United Matthews. Luke Hutchison, the man to bring it in, and that's just a simple step it, grab it, don't drop it. Which, of course, is rules not only good for football, but if you ever get locked up, too. Stenberg puts it through the uprights. And it may have taken us 3.5 minutes, but you, Beth, with the lead here.
I am a warrior.
Oh, just bounces off the first tackle attempt. And now we get to see Grant Jordan, the quarterback for Virginia, excuse me. Ooh, they don't like that. That'll get you shanked in Greater Virginia, making that mistake. Look at this hole they have on 1st down. He just ran through like there was nobody supposed to be there. And you know what? He might have been right. First and 10, it's a play fake. Quarterback looking, has all the time in the world, and what an inaccurate ball. And the man that caught that last pass, Antoine Roberts, going to step out. That sucks for them. He's one of the better players on their squad. 2nd and 10. Pressure coming, and the ball comes right out. Good play there by Carter to force the incompletion. Did not have 2 sets of fingers on it. And now on... You're an all-star. Now on 3rd down and 10, alone in the backfield. And gonna be knocked incomplete. What a play. And United Matthews just like that.
Your game on.
It wasn't quite a 3 and out because they got the first down. But they quickly made up for their past mistakes. Trying to make some room on the return, but nothing. Nothing to speak of. As UMass gets ready to get right back on the field and get to work. On first, we got some motion. And Bankhead.
I'm watching.
Just a gain 03. Oh, I didn't even notice. I sent the link. I didn't realize you were already here. What's going on, Lynn? Sucks you weren't able to provide your voice, your vocacious vocal cords for the occasion. But give him 3 on the outside completion to Harris. And that's going to do the first quarter in. $11 yards to Virginia's name. As we get ready to start the second. United Matthews currently sitting atop the ACC. Yet somehow still not ranked. Best gonna keep it himself and run for the first. Could have dished that out to a receiver, but elects to do it himself. It was good blocking over there to the left-hand side, and Best just decided, all right, I'll run for it. Got ourselves a play fake. Looks out and almost hits the money ball to Hutchison, but also almost gifts it to a defender. There was equal hands on that one.
Will be thrown.
But will they be caught? That's the kicker. 2nd down and 10, and the blocking just evaporates for Bankhead.
Pause.
God, you think you have some room up the field. And boy, what happens? You got some motion here on 3rd down. Completion to Bankhead to move the chains. I'm actually shocked because he's not much of a receiver. Give right there, and Best gonna do it himself and get the first. Just when you think you have everybody else handled on the offensive side, you got the quarterback deciding to run for it too. First and 10 for the Men-at-Arms. Outside strike. Sterling Singleton not going to get into the end zone. You couldn't have been any closer. if you busted at the inch marker. Best gonna give it to DeBose. He's gonna walk it in from an inch out. Good score there. And the boo from Stenberg puts it through the uprights. They got these people out there on the grass, man. No seats for you guys. Were you late coming in? Well, that's too bad. Bro, you got your fans sitting on an incline like that. Got to pick weeds out of their ass. That's insane. So now UVA steps back out onto the field. Now on first, he's going to be sacked. AJ Gore. I guess it was BYOC day. And yeah, the mascot just perfectly illustrated how the sack happened. They send the corner off the side and nobody picks him up. And he gets dumped like a bad habit. UMass brought pressure. And boy, did it work out. To give for the quarterback, and boy, does he eat a shove. Very quickly, back to the line here on 3rd and 7, trying to get some advantage in the hurry-up game. Let's see if it works for him. That ball was intended for absolutely nobody. Just had to get that out in a hurry before Colt put a stop to him. 4th down and 7 for the Cavs, and they're going to boot it back to UMass. And an attempt of a return. There really hasn't been much in the return game for this team this year. They've just been kind of working with it. Couldn't get it out in time. Give him 5 yards back. Tried to make a change there. Saw something he coulda did without, and didn't get it to happen in time. The adjustments proved a little too costly. 1st and 15. Delivered to DeBose, and what a block up the middle. That's a 15-yard reception. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if we're going to get a proper replay. Take a look over here on the left-hand side on the right hand of your screen. Boom! Not much to go for there, just a 4-yard reception for DeBose. As a high ball had some air under it. Hutchison still able to make it upfield. Gonna get him to the 15-yard line. That's gonna give us a fresh new set of downs. First and 10, right back to Hutchison. Drop him at the 2. And Virginia going to take their first timeout. Just a nice delivery on the run. And now first and goal for this team. And a nice, easy strike to right McGee. And once again, UMass in the end zone. And McGee says, hey, let me do a little bit of boogieing. On the run, and that's just like playing catch in the backyard. Just a little, Doesn't even have to be a pretty throw. It just has to work. And boy, did it work. 21 to nilch. Virginia is going to get the ball to start the second half, but they've got another chance here to do something, anything. Oh, oh, oh. That was gnarly. Let's see what they have in mind here. First and 10, and that's a low ball. Jordan has not completed a single pass in this game. 0 for 5 on the day. Drops back, sending a lot of men downfield, and gonna be sacked. That's Hardy, I believe, getting in on the sack party. Langston Hardy.
Hello and welcome to Sports Football 20. Hey, they're playing against where I was born at.
Oh, really? Me too. Actually, a lot of us too. All my Virginians, speak up. Make yourselves known. 3rd down and 18.
Yes,
He's got his first completion of the ball game. But unfortunately, it's still short. And now gonna punt it back.
Virginity, born in Hawaii.
Virginity? Were you really? Were you really? I'll be danged.
All the virgins, please stand up.
All of you. To your feet. First and 10. Best. Gonna make a break for it. Gonna step out of bounds with 7 seconds remaining. You got enough of a time on the clock to take a shot to the end zone if you want to. But you're also well within Stenberg's field goal range. So you don't have to get nutty if you don't want to. And unfortunately, they slide just a second too late. And that's going to be the end of the half. No points for you. And this team already with 220 yards of offense, 15 first downs. embarrassing the Cavs in their own house. And look, the mascot's given up.
Now it's time for the second half, right, Ty?
Absolutely. Look, here's this one completion of the day so far. They had to give him one highlight. As we look at the college football rankings, Oregon, TWA, USC, Tennessee, and Miami. OTUTM, if you wanted to acronym them. Shembo gonna boot it. It's gonna get into the end zone, but still fielded. Oh my God, what a shot from Wright McGee.
The Matthews are at 21. Oft.
I had no idea that you were born in Hawaii, Percy. I knew it was a heritage thing. I didn't know that's where you hailed. Well, there's his second completion of today. Already matching his production from the first half.
Both my dog.
You can't be from both. You can't be born in two places at once.
I'm from Mass, as you know.
I remember hearing about something about this baby that was born in like Europe, France, or something like that. And he literally delivered like a patch of dirt across the Atlantic just so the baby could be technically born on Texas soil. That was a nice one-on-one pass attempt to the outside, but fell out of the receiver's fingertips. So much for making use of that opening drive, and almost broke one free. Did Valentine. But unfortunately, we're back to more of the same. Now, I wonder, with such a comfy lead, is UMass going to lean back on the run game? Well, they certainly start here with Bankhead. And 6 yards up the middle for him. They haven't asked him to do too much. But you never know. Another carry for him and a first. He's got 31 yards on 7 attempts. Long ball down the field. Hutchison into the end zone for the Men-at-Arms. Hutchison's second touchdown grab of the day, and that was a beauty. Put some air under it. The ref was the only guy that could have covered him.
Well, touchdown.
4 grabs, 81 yards, and 2 scores. So much for going back to the run game. As the score is now 28 to nilch. Good wrap-up tackle there by Hunter Bean.
Hope they have insurance.
They might. They might not. How can you tell, really? Line up wide on the outside is UMass. A very stacked look up the middle. And gonna be wrapped up after a gain of 1. Not much there for Roberts. Delayed carry for him, and he carries a few for a gain of a few. Dog is growling at the front door like it senses a predator. I sense no predator. Some maneuvering, and they've got themselves another first down. Quick strike to Abdullah. And a first down for UVA. They converge here on the defensive line. And they're going to the outside.
Jabbar.
No, not even. First down once again, and it looks like UVA's trying to put a drive together here. Runs up the middle, intercepted by Bean. United Matthews gonna decline the penalty and take the interception. He might have stepped over the marker, but the pass is gonna count as legitimate. Toss outside to Bankhead, and Bankhead making some room down the field. What an excellently executed triple option on that play. That's how you do it, folks. That is how it is done. First and 10, run up the middle. What a give here. And gonna be stopped at the 1.
Hope it's not a cat lol. Jabbar.
That's gonna put him over 630 on the year, and just about took it in for a score. I can't believe it didn't. Whoa there. Nothing doing there on first. It's now on second, maybe looking a little different. Second and goal, and you can't throw it any easier. Harris from a single yard out. And it's like there was nobody there, because there wasn't. Right over the eye in Virginia. Now up to 35-0. Yeah. Yeah, very harmless. So now Virginia steps back onto the field after the interception on the last drive. Still with no points on the board to speak of. Wow, what a block up the middle. They almost got some there. And that's his best gain all day. Good for him. First and 10, play fake. Going to the outside and still somehow comes down with it. Justin Zames? Okay. And I'll write the names around here. Gonna put the quarterback down just an inch away from the yard marker. And you gotta think they are just gonna try to take it. And he still gets the first, just barely. And 10 avoids some pressure. And a good catch from Harrison. He's been one of their few weapons on offense here today. I'm trying to get better at calling my own plays for once, instead of just relying on the suggestion system to mixed results. And another completion brought in there. Robinson went up to get it. Another first and a breakdown defensively as this team is moving. 35-0 at the end of the third, but Virginia looking to add some points. As we begander at these top rankings. Goes to the outside, and he's going backwards. Nothing doing on that one. Good outside tackle there from Group to keep him from going any further. Third and goal from the 12. I got a feeling they ain't running it. Whoa. That was a little freaky looking. Dogs, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your geese away. There will be no eggs laid here on this one. 35-3.
Is the homie okay?
If I had some, I'd give it to myself.
No Howards either. Wow, 35-3.
First and 10. Bankhead takes a hit there, and even worse, Bankhead goes down.
Oh, is your dog okay?
Yeah, dog's fine. Just a little worked up, I suppose. Third and 11. And brings it in is Campbell. That was just the definition of F it. He's down there somewhere. And boy, did it work. Look at this. Didn't even set his feet. And it's insane plays like that that keep your drives moving. First and 10, and Bankhead will get himself over 100 and get out of bounds. For his troubles. First and 10, and nobody gonna come up with it. Adams with the deflection. Dubois only gonna get 1 yard on the ground. Oh yeah, that was a very bad attempt on my part. Going all the way across your body to where you can't even see the ball. And give it credit to Dubois for making an attempt at it. Stenberg gonna try here from 50. Put it through the uprights. And it's good. What a kick from him. 38-3, folks. You know, the holder almost got taken out in the process, but it's fine. My superiors implore me that it's fine. We're going to get this to the 18.
Another touchdown, too bad for the state I was born.
It's okay. We represent the same state, so it's just fine. Tried to use the quarterback fake to get up the field, but Sean Murphy said, "Nuh-uh, not on my watch." That was a quick throw to nothing. And now a 3rd down and 9 befalls this team. We got some motion here. 3rd and 9. Looking, throwing, corrals it with one hand. Look at... I've never seen a more important and cool-looking play over nothing. That bro raised his hand like he was trying to get the teacher's attention. Very short punt. And some good running room for Valentine. First and 10. Going towards the outside. Unfortunately, can't get the pitch out. Second and 13 for the Men-at-Arms. Best standing in from the shotgun. Another heave! Campbell! Touchdown, United Matthews! And the fact that you can get that accurate of a ball from a sidearm position, running against single coverage.
Wow, double touchdown.
This just feels like showing off. Showing your country. Oh, look, everybody. You can imbibe in a delicious Mountain Dew to refresh yourself. To get the taste of this game out of your mouth.
Now.
First and 10. Quick strike, but unable to catch it. Awosika is the quarterback they brought in last drive. After this game was very much out of hand. Looks like that's something they're going to stick with. And group. Going to ensure he goes no further. Now on 3rd down and 9. He's going to be sacked. Just the 3rd of the game for the Men-at-Arms. And Sean Murphy lays the hua. Just hits him right through the lineman. That man's got good frame data. 4th and 13 and another lame duck of a punt that Valentine's going to make good work with. Does UMass go for one more score before putting this to bed? Good carry for Bankhead on 1st down. Second and 6. Best gonna lose a couple. We got some motion here. 30 seconds before this one's over and done with. Best gonna drop back. Ill-advised throw, and well, I guess he had to make one mistake. Just a little too far to the side for his man. And it's going the other way. Give him 5 on the screen and a rare blemish on an otherwise stellar day for Isaiah Best. Another screen pass? Okay.
Gonna make the cereal bowl with plays like today.
Oh, the super colossal cereal bowl, to say the least. Gonna be picked off by Brockwell. Reverses field, and UMass gets their get back before the end of this one. A wall-to-wall butt whooping. And even despite the last pass, no question Best was going to be the player of this one. With throws like this, and these fans having to sing the song of shame. It's one they don't teach you in Ocarina of Time. That's just a few extra notes on the Ocarina. As we take a gander, 422 yards of offense for UMass, compared to 153 for UVA. 23 rushes, 169 nice yards and a touchdown, and 5 through the air. 5 of 7 on third down. Just a singular turnover compared to 2. Just the 1 penalty and a good 12 minutes of possible 20 of possession. You know, Pshaw. 2 picks thrown by each UVA quarterback. And running was also not terribly fruitful. Meanwhile, on the United Matthews side, 15 to 22, 253, 5 passing and 1 interception, long of 43. Bankhead gets another 100-yarder under his belt. 12 carries, 108. Big one of 34. Best had 1 of 17. He totals out of 51. And Dubose gets the rushing score. Receiving, 4 grabs, 81, and 2 scores for Hutchison. Harris, 337 and 1. Bankhead, 222. Campbell with a big 43-yard grab. He finishes also with 81 yards. Dubose, 219. Wright McGee, his 1 grab was for a score. And Singleton damn well should have got one, but got stopped just shy. Blocking, once again, Pancake City for the men at arms. Defensively, a little more spread out tackle-wise amongst the cast. A sack for Hardy, a sack for Gore. Murphy and Houston split one. And the 2 interceptions from Bean and Brockwell. kicking. Stenberg made his one big boot from 50. Put in all of his extra points. Shembo, sorry we still didn't use you to punt. Although we dang well shoulda. It was one-sided, to say the least, dear viewers. $45-3. Virginia falls to 1-8. UMass goes up to 7-2. As they still, with an undefeated conference record, still cling to first in the ACC. I did all my recruiting for the week, so I think we are free to advance. Like so. We got ourselves another commitment. Pierre Harris from Sanford, North Carolina. How's about that? We love getting some recruits. Not much has changed in the way of exposure and stuff like that. Next week comes another true test for the 7-win Men-at-Arms.
It's a close game if you don't know how numbers work.
There it is. There's the line I miss. Against number 14 Clemson, who is a very good team. So this big W streak could come spiraling. In other news this week, Silk Bear and the Panthers take on Miami, and good buddy Linwood takes on North Carolina. That should be fun. Seasonally, 145 at 210, 18-13 yards, 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's a good 3 ratio. That's good for him. 643 yards for Bankhead. 5 scores. Dubose added another one. Receiving, Harris still very comfortably in the lead, but Hutchison very much climbs the board there. And Campbell, with one of his biggest, half of his yards this season came from that game. Criminy. Either way, folks, that's all for now. In a couple of days, we're going to do some Borderlands to satisfy the ever-hungry wheel of content. That should be fun. Up until everything, and until next time, folks, my name is Tigathor. It's always great to have each and every one of you here with us. If you like what you saw, be sure to ring the old bell that I almost broke earlier to be notified of future content.
Choo-choo.
And an extra... Oh, where's the... Uh-oh. Where's my hammer? I lost my little hammer to hit the gong with. That'll do. Always good to become a member. And of course, you too can ride the train to success. Up until next week of this, and whenever I do our other future streams and other content to come. As always, everyone, my name is Tagathor. Great to have each and every one of you with us. And until I next see ya, have a great one. Stay together. And as always, take care of yourselves. Have a good one.